Have you ever gone to bed at 10 p.m., only to find yourself waking up again at 1 a.m., then 3, and maybe even 5? If you're over 60, this might feel like a normal part of aging, but here's the truth. Waking up multiple times at night to urinate is not just aging. It's a medical condition called nocturia, and it can quietly drain your energy, damage your heart, and even increase your risk of falling. Nocturia means your bladder wakes you up when it should be resting. It disrupts deep sleep, raises blood pressure, and makes people feel tired all day. But here's what most people don't realize. What you eat, even hours before bed, could be the main reason. In this video, we'll go through 10 everyday foods that might be making your bladder more sensitive, your prostate more swollen, or your kidneys more active, especially at night. Some of them are healthy, others are hidden in plain sight. And yes, we'll also tell you what to eat instead. Stick with me to the end, because fixing nighttime urination may be as simple as changing what's on your plate. Let's begin with number 10, a food nearly all of us eat regularly. Coming in at number 10 is a food that many of us enjoy in pasta, pizza, sandwiches, and soups. Tomatoes, especially in sauce form. Tomatoes may be rich in nutrients, but they are also highly acidic, and that's where the problem begins. Acidic foods irritate the lining of your bladder, making it more sensitive and more likely to send false, full signals during the night, even when your bladder isn't full. This means after a spaghetti dinner or a pizza night, your bladder might wake you up at 2 or 3 a.m., not because it's full but because it's irritated. Even ketchup and tomato soup can be culprits, especially if eaten at dinner time or later. In my clinic, I once had a patient who thought he had an overactive bladder, but after tracking his meals, we found the problem was pasta with tomato sauce 3 nights a week. Once he cut it out, his nighttime urination dropped from 3 times to just once. If you're dealing with nighttime trips to the bathroom, try removing tomatoes and red sauces from your evening meals. Your bladder might just thank you. Up next, a fruit that sounds healthy, but might be quietly waking you up. If you're dealing with nighttime trips to the bathroom, try removing tomatoes and red sauces from your evening meals. Your bladder might just thank you. Up next, a fruit that sounds healthy, but might be quietly waking you up. When your bladder lining gets irritated, especially in the evening, it may become overactive even when it's not actually full. This leads to urgent signals sent to your brain in the middle of the night, and before you know it, you're stumbling to the bathroom in the dark. Many of my senior patients have a habit of eating oranges after dinner, or drinking orange juice with their evening pills. But when we cut out the citrus at night, most of them notice fewer bladder spasms and better sleep within a week. If nighttime urination is interrupting your sleep, try replacing citrus fruits with low-acid options like bananas, pears, or watermelon, and avoid acidic juices after 6 p.m. Up next, the spice rack surprise that may be irritating your bladder more than you realize. At number 8, we have something flavorful, but risky, spicy foods. Whether it's hot peppers, chili powder, wasabi, or that extra splash of hot sauce, spicy meals may overstimulate the bladder wall, causing burning sensations, urgency, and multiple trips to the bathroom, especially at night. Even if you enjoy spicy food during the day, eating it at night is more likely to irritate your bladder, especially if your prostate is already enlarged or your bladder is sensitive from age. The fix? Try low-spice versions of your favorite meals, and avoid chili-heavy dinners after 6 p.m. Next on the list, chocolate. Yes, chocolate may seem like a harmless bedtime treat, but it contains 2 bladder irritants, caffeine and acidic compounds. Even a few pieces of dark chocolate after dinner can lead to bladder overactivity during the night, especially if you're over 60. Many seniors have a sweet tooth, but if you notice you're waking up more on nights when you eat chocolate, it may be time to switch to a low-sugar fruit snack or herbal tea instead. And number 6 is a big one. Coffee, even decaf. Coffee is one of the most common bladder irritants. Why? Because it's both a stimulant and a diuretic, which means it not only stimulates your bladder to contract more, but also makes your kidneys produce more urine. Even decaffeinated coffee still contains small amounts of caffeine and acids that can trigger nighttime urination. One of my patients was drinking decaf after dinner, thinking it was harmless. But when she switched to warm chamomile tea instead, her nighttime bathroom trips dropped from 4 to just 1. It's not just about caffeine, it's about how these drinks interact with your aging bladder. So whether it's that spicy dinner, a piece of chocolate, or your late-night cup of coffee, small evening habits can make a big difference in your sleep and bladder health. Coming up next, 3 more hidden triggers, including one drink that seems healthy but may be quietly harming your nights. At number 5, carbonated drinks. That includes not only regular sodas, but also sparkling water, tonic water, and even diet fizzy drinks. Why are they a problem? Because carbonation itself can irritate the bladder lining, leading to urgency and increased frequency of urination, especially in older adults with a sensitive bladder or prostate. Many seniors switch from sugary sodas to sparkling water thinking it's a healthier alternative, and it is in some ways. But if you're waking up 2 to 3 times a night to urinate, carbonation might be silently triggering your bladder. Next, at number 4, alcohol, especially wine and beer. Alcohol is a double threat. It's a diuretic, meaning it makes your kidneys produce more urine, and it also relaxes the pelvic muscles, making it harder to fully empty your bladder before bedtime, leading to more residual urine that wakes you later. Beer is even worse. Not only is it alcoholic, it's also carbonated, which adds even more bladder stimulation. Even one drink with dinner can disrupt your nighttime bladder cycle, especially if you're already managing an enlarged prostate. And now for number 3, a hidden enemy that many seniors consume daily without knowing the effect: artificial sweeteners. These include aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose, often found in sugar-free gum, diet sodas, light desserts, and even sugar-free medication syrups. Artificial sweeteners have been shown to irritate the bladder lining, cause spasms, and may even increase the urge to urinate at night. One of my diabetic patients switched to sugar-free pudding every night after dinner. But once she cut out artificial sweeteners, she noticed she was waking up only once at night instead of 4 times. If you're eating or drinking anything labeled sugar-free, take a closer look. Those artificial sweeteners could be tricking your bladder into waking you up. Next up, 2 final triggers. One may shock you because it's often seen as good for urinary health. At number 2, a real surprise: cranberry juice. Wait, isn't cranberry juice good for urinary health? Well, yes and no. Cranberry juice is often recommended for preventing urinary tract infections, but it's also highly acidic. And for older adults with a sensitive bladder or enlarged prostate, that acidity can cause more harm than good, especially at night. Many of my patients drink cranberry juice in the evening, thinking it will help them flush their bladder. But instead, they find themselves waking up at 1 a.m. and again at 4 a.m., with urgency and bladder discomfort. This is because acid triggers irritation, not relaxation. If you're over 60 and have no current UTI, cranberry juice might be doing more harm than good. Try switching to plain water during the day, or non-acidic herbal teas in the evening. And finally, the number 1 food-related cause of nighttime urination is too much water before bed. Yes, even water, which is vital for kidney and bladder health, can be a problem if consumed too late in the evening. The key here is timing. Drinking a full glass of water within 2 hours of bedtime increases the chances that your kidneys will stay active during the night, and that your bladder will wake you up just when your body needs deep sleep the most. The fix is simple: drink plenty during the day and cut off fluids 2 to 3 hours before bed. That includes water, tea, soup, and even juicy fruits. And one extra tip: add magnesium-rich foods at dinner. They help relax bladder muscles naturally. So remember, even the healthiest fluids can cause sleep-wrecking urination if consumed too close to bedtime. It's not just what you drink, it's when you drink it. Next, let's pull everything together and talk about what you can do starting tonight to fix this issue for good. So let's quickly recap. If you're waking up at night to urinate and you're over 60, it's not just aging. It could be what you're eating or drinking, especially in the evening. By simply removing or reducing these foods after 6 p.m., many seniors notice dramatic improvements in sleep, energy, and bladder comfort. It's not about avoiding everything, it's about knowing your triggers. Here are a few extra lifestyle tips that can make a huge difference. White heavy checkmark: finish dinner at least 3 hours before bed. White heavy checkmark: cut off all fluids 2 hours before sleep. White heavy checkmark: avoid caffeine, spicy, or acidic foods after 5 p.m. White heavy checkmark: track your bladder patterns in a small notebook. White heavy checkmark: try magnesium-rich dinners like salmon, spinach, or pumpkin seeds. Your bladder is a smart organ, but like everything else, it gets more sensitive with age. The good news? You can train it, support it, and protect it just by making small, smart choices every evening. Speech Balloon, let us know in the comments. Which of these 10 foods surprised you the most? And if this video helped you, don't forget to subscribe, give it a like, and share it with someone who also wakes up too often at night. You deserve restful, healthy sleep every night. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.